This is why we should never, ever, like, run into aliens. Like, humanity
we're
would be
fucked.
Humanity would be fucked, you know?
Like,
but
then we're thinking the aliens are only better than us. Maybe they're just as bad.
What do you mean?
With, like, you know, thinking and everyone disagreeing all the fucking
To be honest,
time.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters what we think.
Yeah.
Because like I think what was it? It was I think it was called the 99% problem that was like posed by some fucking philosopher or something. But it was this like
Socrates.
Socrates probably.
Because nobody thought before.
He never thought he's the only ever person who's thought that deep. But like I think it was something along the lines of like and please fact check me on this, guy. But like I think it's something along the lines of like the DNA, like genetic difference between or disposition between like apes, like monkeys and chimpanzees, and us is that I think there is like a 99% match when it comes to like DNA, like basic structural DNA. And that 1% that chimps don't have is what makes us that much smarter than chimps.
I saw a fucking thing, someone tweeted it was really dumb as fuck. They were like, oh, well, yeah, we just have more DNA. So like, we evolved better. And then someone replied being like, you know, there's more DNA in an onion than a human. Right?
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with it. It's like, I'm smarter than you. I have more DNA.
Yeah, well, you know, we still have like lizard DNA in us. Like why do you think lizardmen exist?
God, you don't tell them.
Don't tell them.
have
Lizard
lizard
people
DNA.
are sweating right now, dude.
Aside from fucking Mark Zuckerberg, you know, the biggest proof that there is.
Yeah.
Like I believe like when we're embryos, we still like form a lizard tail that we.
No, we gotta fact check this.
Please fact check that. But like, I know.
What? If you're right, I'll give you a crisp handshake.
If you're right, I'm never.
Do we evolve with lizard tails?
When we're babies, before
we're embryos.
we grow. I believe we grow a slight tailbone and then it disappears.
But going back to well, maybe that's fucking weird. If that is true,
swear to God,
if that is true,
Is it the coccyx?
Yeah, well, I'm sure. Well, isn't the coccyx just an after?
Like, you know, when
it's
you,
just the leftovers of the tails that we used to have as, you know, when we were apes, right? Isn't that what that is?
Is it?
Well, isn't that why like the
fucking
appendix
know.
as well is like just the leftovers of the second stomach that supposedly like we used to have?
Bro, the appendix, man. What? Don't get me started on the fucking appendix.
Why do we have two lungs? Why not just one? Just one big lung.
Just one
lung.
giga mega lung.
Why do we not only have one nostril? Why do we?
Why don't we have two hearts?
Yes,
I feel like an oversight.
Which one should I do first?
There's too many things Kai has to check.
Just go.
Okay, so for the human and apes thing, the 99% is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, that.
The human tails thing, it says that for 500 million years or so, our ancestors apparently sprouted tails to help us stay balanced.
Yeah. So it's just like an after, like.
Do we still evolve? What I'm saying is,
but what I think God is saying is that when we reproduce now.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, I swear.
Okay, but like going back to the 99% problem, right? It's called the 99% problem because hypothetically, right, if an alien species came to Earth, right, and they looked exactly like us, right? Or maybe not even exactly like us, but genetically they were exactly like us. But now it's the opposite of what we had with the apes. Now we have a 99% disposition between us, the human race, and these aliens. But the extra 1% we don't have is what makes the aliens that much smarter. So much of a difference that it's the equivalent to us between chimps. Right? So it's like, you know, we look at a chimp like playing around with some blocks and, you know, the chimp puts the square block into the square hole and we're like, very good. You know, my son just learned algebra 2 weeks ago, right? That could be the same thing for the aliens. The aliens would be like, oh, you're learning quantum physics? Oh, my 5-year-old just learned that the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's terrible. So the real question is, why would aliens, right, give a fuck about what we think?
Okay, but like, here's one thing.
Because to them, we're probably just like the chimps.
Yeah, that's an argument.
And that's why it's scary.
Yeah, that's why it's fucking terrifying. That's why I don't think we should ever like encounter aliens at all.
No.
But like one thing I've kind of just realized during this one conversation is that we've had one like example of evolution.
Yeah.
The example that's happened on Earth, right?
Yeah.
And we've evolved, you know, intellect, smartness, and we've seen that in animals. One thing I'm kind of noticing now is that the smarter you are, the more likely you are to just be an asshole. What if you know what I mean?
well, because you realize that you can fuck people over.
Yeah.
But also, like, how as a lion do you fuck someone over as an asshole?
What if that's just
I don't know, man. Like pushing your child off a cliff and telling it to climb up. That's a pretty big asshole move.
like what if that's just an Earth thing? What if you can just evolve intellect without being an asshole? What if that's just something that's just outside of our perception?
That's what I'm saying, man. We are still the Neanderthals in this chain. Thousands of years from now, we are going to be humans that will develop. We're going to get rid of assholeness.
Like you're just describing like plants. I think you just described plants. Yeah. They just don't do anything. They just mind their business. We eat them. We fuck them up.
Have you not seen that M. Night Shyamalan film? Fucking.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got to start cutting amygdalas out. I'm telling you, like, maybe if we could stop feeling emotions, we wouldn't be an asshole.
We've decided that a dolphin killing a child is an asshole move. Maybe to them they're like, what the fuck? This is normal Tuesday. we decide we're putting our morals on a fucking dolphin. Like the dolphin gives a fuck.
So what you're saying is assholes are a human construct.
Yes. What we decide as an asshole changes every fucking generation.
That's true.
Right? True. Like we had like I don't know, like you could smoke indoors before. If you did that now, I'd think you're an asshole. You could do that like 50 years ago.
So we've just gotten more sensitive.
Yeah. Well, we just changed like what we think is acceptable and not.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I mean, social norms are always changing.
Yeah.
It's no different from animals. Sometimes you can
are they evolving? That's
evolving.
That's up for debate.
I wouldn't exactly use
anime. I don't think it's fair to say like, it's cut and dry that we're going forward.
Yeah, evolving is not the term I would use.
It's like, is VR porn evolution or devolution? I don't know, but I don't know how it's like helping the human race if you really think about it. It's evolution in
technology. It is definitely de-evolution in every other aspect.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Is there survivor bias with evolution?
I don't know.
Isn't that the whole point of evolution? It is literally survivorship. But no, it's wait.
See, I don't know. I feel now it's gotten to the point where that's not the thing that determines the next step in evolution.
Could you okay, so let's say dinosaurs just got fucked over.
Yeah.
They couldn't have evolved their way out of being struck by a fucking meteor.
Yeah.
The same way we couldn't, right? So in some ways it's like, survival of the fittest, with a few asterisks.
Well, the thing is,
of course.
If the humans don't turn up.
Yeah.
And just decide to destroy your home.
Well, that's interesting actually, because I think I saw like a Let Me Know video about the apocalypse. Mm-hmm. And I think the conclusion he came up to is that it's actually really, really fucking hard to completely wipe out the human race, right?
Yes.
We know this because we have fucking bunkers and shit underground. Stockpiling.
Exactly. Yeah, the only way is to literally just blow up the earth.
Yeah, exactly. Just wipe out all life.
And for every, let's say there was a nuclear bomb went off. Not everyone who gets struck by that dies.
Yeah.
A lot of people survive it. Maybe it's not the healthiest, but the people who make it through.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's really, really hard to completely wipe out the human race as it is right now.
We're like cockroaches, but big.
Yeah. We're the fucking virus. We're the virus.
We are the cockroaches, dude.
Oh, dude, next level of humanity is just like the cockroach men and terraformers. That's what we're going to evolve into, dude.
Don't say that.
Fucking god.
That was evolution the entire time.
That's the evolution, dude.
Oh my fucking god.
It's like reverse Planet of the Apes. We were the cockroaches all along.
I think Caesar had a point.
My god.
No, but
something to think about.
What were we saying before about obviously all it took was an asteroid to wipe out all of the dinosaurs.
Yes.
But they weren't smart enough to not survive out there, They weren't smart enough.
They were too fucking big.
Literal small brain. Yeah. That's what.
So God, what you're saying is, if the dinosaurs evolved enough to the point where they're like, you know what, there might be this thing that falls from the sky one day and we just all get wiped out over it. So let's build a bunker underground to save ourselves.
I mean,
then the dinosaurs could have survived.
It's not like an ideal survivorship.
Yeah.
But the point is, you can. There is certain sects of humanity that through millions of years can eventually repopulate the world.
I'm glad there are crazy bunker people out there.
Yeah.
Because we need them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one. I'm happy to die when the asteroid comes out.
Yeah.
But aren't you then afraid that those are the people who are going to be the next humanity?
Bro, if you look back 1,000 years to the people we didn't have much better. I think we turned out okay. I think we'll be all right.
We'll pick ourselves back up again. I'm sure of it.
You know,
Yeah.
did you see how World War I started? Like, I think.
Yeah, true.
We don't have a good track record of the smartest people being in the best positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We're doing all right.
yeah,
Kinda, maybe.
hopefully we learn from our mistakes
Yeah.
as a species.
No, we should not.
I mean, that's why
The hope
historians
is
exist,
that
right?
we get 10 things wrong and one thing right every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
And then we gotta keep-
what I've learned is that like evolution and survival of the fittest doesn't get rid of stupid people. That's what I've learned. It's because if you think about stupid people have always been around. It's just
listen.
the idea of what is considered stupid.
Yeah,
has just changed.
because like let's say it's the whole thing with politics where it's my agenda is better than yours, and it's
Yes.
for them that's survival and the way that they want to live, and
Yes.
that's you're getting into that now.
So every single person on the internet who says like, "Oh, survival of the fittest, we'll get rid of all the dumb people and be a smarter human race." I don't think that's
Alpha
ever
males.
Yeah, alpha males. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
No, I mean,
Because then once you get rid of all those people, there's going to be a new type or personality or trait of some kind that will just fill its place again.
I mean, our strength as humans is that we have like everyone.
Stupidity
who
is
thinks
a
different shit.
social construct.
Someone thought, hey, we should just make something that fucking flies and can carry me. And it's like no one ever. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If I was like Middle Ages, I'm like, fuck off.
Oh yeah.
You
Dumb
know?
people make the world go around.
We need crazy people to come up with the coolest shit.
Yes, of
yeah.
course.
I mean,
Pizza crust stuffed. Insane.
yeah, because
Insane.
it actually made pizza crust edible.
But like,
insane idea.
But the
Insane.
first person who came up with that, they were like, whoa.
Why are the Italians not figuring this
Yeah.
out?
Let's go completely off topic. Well, like, it's,
We need crazy people.
I like to think that stuffed crust was invented when someone just took a pizza and just rolled it up. I was just like,
Oh, you mean a
hang on
calzone?
It's like, yeah.
Describe a
They looked at a
calzone.
calzone and they was like, hang on a second. I can do that.
Well, I remember I had this conversation with Joey once where it's just like, who do you think like invented the first blowjob? You know, do you remember this conversation?
Yeah, we talked about it on After Dark, I'm pretty sure.
Did we actually?
I think so.
I think I had the same response of like, for fuck's sake. I'm sure people were doing it. They just didn't put a name to it. You know? You know what I mean? Like thinking, like philosophy. We didn't put a name to philosophy.
I think we Googled it and it was like the Greeks or the Romans, right?
The Romans, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
because
sure.
they popularized it. Again, it's a philosophy thing all over again. So they just put a name on
They
it.
invented Pornhub, okay?
Yeah. Romans invented giving head. They were so five-head that they decided to give head.
You doing
losing
okay,
my
Con?
mind. I'm losing my mind.
You doing okay?
I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, same here. It's okay. My mind has expanded now.
Yeah,
Galaxy brain.
Galaxy brain.
We are the new philosophers of our time, and that's how you know our generation is fucked. If you guys are listening to us.
God damn it. God damn it all the hell. Hello.
All right, before
Hello there.
before we end the podcast,
Yes.
genuine like math. That's a weird thing to me, right?
No, we're not getting into this. Math exists. We just figured out how to explain it.
As my physics teacher once said, science makes maths its bitch.
Yeah, but like if
Without
you
science,
think about
math
it,
would be pointless.
If you think about it, math is like the universal language. It's the only language that technically.
No.
Isn't it crazy that the
No.
Indians invented zero?
Okay.
Did they actually?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm actually gonna kill you guys. Okay.
Can you fact check that?
Okay. So, math is just like English, but we just use that to explain the things that are happening and how they interact. It's just a language that we chose.
Right.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's a human
Like
construct.
math
human
is there,
construct.
and it's
It's a
happening. Yeah,
human
and
construct.
it's the way that we
So
communicate.
does math
it.
exist outside of humans?
Of course it does.
Yeah, but like
Like the concept of explaining it doesn't, but
Right.
like the stuff interacting and all the formulas that are happening, those things are happening whether we
Goddamn, this is like
describe
another
them or not.
episode.
but like, do you not find it weird? Okay, this is what blows my fucking mind, right? You know like a few years ago where they changed what a kilogram is, right?
Yes.
They mathematically changed what a kilogram is because before they had this weight that was a kilogram. It was like in a fucking bunker in France or some shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that was a kilogram.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to be
More
based
scientific.
on equations that used a universal constant. I believe it's like a constant of
The Planck constant.
The Planck constant. Why are there constants in our law of the universe? Does that not that fucks me
No,
up?
okay,
Why
okay.
is this? Why did like the universe go? Yo, speed of light. That's the thing now. That's as fast as you can go.
To give you a very easy way of kind of explaining this, is that like the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit. They're both communicating the same thing, right? But they are entirely different numbers. Yeah. Right, but
one is dumb and the other is Celsius.
Yeah, exactly. you can convert, right? Yeah. And it's the same thing. If we rebuilt math again from the ground up, we could make new constants that matched all the formulas that we'd already made, right?
Yes.
It's just we have decided that for our math, we're going to use this as the constant. If we changed it, the other constant we chose would have to change, right? It's just we have decided that this is how we're going to express these numbers and these interactions.
Oh. Why numbers?
For fuck's sake, goodbye.
Why is numbers the universal language? Sorry, mathematicians. I'm going to leave it there.
Wait,
how do you invent zero?
Some Indian one day was just like, we need a number that means nothing. And before that, there was no number for it. Isn't that crazy?
That's like...
Well, no, so think about it, right? Because let's say numbers back then was purely for like trade or whatever you were using it, right? So you would have one of something. You never had zero of something. So there's no need to have a zero. Because your math wasn't using that concept.
Yeah, but surely before, caveman, all right, you need to communicate, hey, there are 3 X's there are 3 deers that we can hunt. Surely that was a concept that was needed before markets and selling stuff existed. Surely.
Yeah, but the Neanderthals weren't standing around being like, there are 0 deers to hunt.
Goodbye.